Today I'll show you how to easily hardwire a dash cam onto your Land Cruiser 250. Yes, you can get one equipped from the factory, but it looks kind of awkward. What I'm about to show you works well with any dash cams out there. You can use the dash cams that I've installed in my previous cars, and I'm going to link some of those videos for other cars in the video description. But in my case, I'm installing this fit cam, which is more of sort of a inconspicuous dash cam that replaces these plastics, and it just has this little camera down here that's barely noticeable. But again, what I'm about to show you works on any types of dash cams. Let's take a look at this lovely thing that we have here. This is the replacement for the bottom plastic. You see right there? I'll be replacing it with that, and the only thing sticking out will be this little dash cam down here. You've got a couple of wires and an 128 gigabyte memory stick. I will also be installing the optional rear view camera, which will be routing through here. This is the top section, and this is some of the wiring that we'll need to install it. This kit also comes with this pretty handy card reader for your two types of cards. Pretty nifty. No matter what type of a dash cam you have, you still have to remove this plastic shroud here. To remove it, it's pretty straightforward. You tilt the mirror down. Oh look, I have a little gap here from my previous install. But you press it here, the top section comes out as such. And then in this case, we also need to remove the bottom section, which is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is just press it down. Oh wait, I do have my radar detector that is kind of in the way. See? That's what it is. So you see these clips? These clips sit against the window. So all you have to do is, if this is the windshield, you just push it down and all of this comes out. Now my area here looks a little messy because this is how I hardwired my radar detector. And this is what I wanted to show you if you wanted to hardwire any type of a dash cam. You don't have to splice any wires, you don't have to route any wires to the fuse box. All you have to do is get one of these, and essentially what it is it's a splicer that plugs into this plug, and it basically borrows power from it, and it exits using a pretty useful USB outlet. Pretty straightforward. You just unplug the white one, plug the new one, and this splices it. You can have a single USB or you can have a dual USB. What I did also at the very end, I also converted the regular USB to USB-C, and now I can plug my radar detector, and it works very, very well. So if you want to hardwire any dash cam that's powered by USB-C, this is your ultimate solution. But in our case, we're powering the fit cam, which is powered by this section, which again works in the same way. And the way it works is you take this harness here, unplug it, you just use your nail and plug it in to here, which is the new harness that comes with the kit. Bam, until it clicks. And then you plug the new harness here until it clicks. And that's it. This is how easy it is to hardwire this this dash cam. And then we might want to get these cables out of the way. The next step is pretty straightforward. You take this dash cam. Let's also peel this screen protector. Oh yeah. Before we can install it, you see this? We have to transfer these white clips. So you take this and transfer it onto that. You kind of spread it on both sides and it'll come out. See? There you go. And then on the fit cam, just put them in here again. Make sure they clip in place. Put it in here. There we go. It is clipped in place. And there's no way you can install it upside down because there's only one way to do it. Essentially, you see this opening here? This is your opening for the mirror. So all you do is you slide it from the bottom, and you see these guys here. You want to go over these guys and make sure the clips clip into these two bottom holes. You've got this one here, and you've got the same one on the other side. See? And it kind of clicks in place. This exposes two wires. One is for the rear, which will be routing this way, and one is to power the actual camera. So This is the one that powers the actual camera. So you just plug it in and it sits just like that. And then we'll also, if you don't have your radar detector hardwired, you won't have to deal with that. But we also have to hide all the wiring for the radar detector.
Eventually.
And after a bit of finagling, this is what the final product looks like. I ended up putting this cable underneath the harness just to kind of keep it out of the way. Before we close it up, we're going to take the rear camera. This is what it looks like, the extension, and we'll plug it in here. There's no way you can miss it because it says rear cam, rear cam. So you just plug it in here, wait for the plug, and we're also going to put this cable out of the way, and we're gonna have it come out here up top against the window. And now we can simply slide the top cover in place. So you kind of do the top first, and then you hold it with both hands so it clicks in place. There you go. This is actually a lot easier to click than OEM. But this now is plugged in. Let's just make sure we didn't screw anything up. So my radar detector powers up, and you can tell right away that the dash cam is powering up. So everything is powering up. So this is how easy it is to hardwire any dash cam onto a Land Cruiser by using the splicing kit. I'm going to link it down in the description of this video. But now let's continue routing the camera all the way to the back. I like to give myself some slack here and stick it under with my finger under the headliner. And then usually I would go under the airbag, but the way this is set up, even if the airbag explodes, the cable will simply pull out. So if you want to put it under the airbag, you just unclip here, unscrew this handle, and this pops out. In my case, I don't think it's really needed. I've done it in all my cars, but I don't think it's really necessary. But what is necessary is some sort of a tool that allows you to kind of just clip things under here, or if you have strong fingers, but essentially you just want to clip it in this gap, push it in, and then continue pushing it. You can actually use this. Continue pushing it under the gasket. See? If you put it under the gasket, it will not be visible. So you just continue routing it all the way to the back, just like that. Nothing will be visible. And when you get to the B-pillar, you do the same thing. You kind of just stick it in there with your hands, and then you use your tool to help push it in place. And you pretty much continue it all the way in the trunk. Here in the trunk, you can route it under this plastic. Here you can also clip it in the plastic. And this is actually where all of the slack that we have will go. So there's an empty cavity here. You've got your jack here. So you can actually now snake all that cable here. You should be able to feel it with your hand eventually. Obviously, we can always adjust it. There are a couple of ways you can position the rear camera. You can take the easy way out and 3M it to the bottom of the headliner, and it's gonna look okay, except when you have a lot of baggages and whatnot in the trunk, you might knock it down. So in my case, what I'm gonna do is I will wire it under the headliner through here, and it'll come out this way, and we'll place it at the bottom of this camera. That way you will always have something recording. Even if you open up the glass, it'll still record, and it'll just look that much cleaner. But to do that, we have to do a couple of things first. We have to take this plastic off, and it simply pops off. Just use your fingers, or you can use this handy dandy trim remover, and just don't be afraid. There you go, see, and it simply comes off. Next, I want to see if I can get away with snaking the camera wire through here without removing any of these things. Maybe it's just easier to remove it. So yeah, you simply remove it, snake it from here to there. See, now it's snaked. And maybe now we can push it here and have it come out in the headliner. Scratch that, it'll still be a little tricky. I just simply pop this guy up. See? There we go. What actually we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab the cable that we snaked from the front and I'll push it from the bottom as such. And now I will snake this from the bottom, which I think should be easier for me to be able to push.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I'm all that is man. Oh yeah. So now, this was snaked. Let's now snake it here. Right there. Connect the cables. Bam. And now, this is connected. To prevent any rattles, you should be using felt tape. In my case, I'm using my son's hockey tape, which should work very similarly. Again, you don't want any of the hard plastics to be rubbing against metal, which will then cause unnecessary vibration. I'm not worried about the rubber cable because that's not gonna do anything. You've got rubber cables here, but that piece of plastic, I don't want that rubbing. So I'm gonna leave it up here for now. Before I push this in, actually maybe I can push it in. See, it's super simple. We now put the plastic back on, and then look, it's super simple. You've got these holes here. You just want to make sure that the clips go into the holes, and I've got this cable sticking back from the bottom. Let's do it properly by opening up this glass, and check this out. The beauty of us doing it this way, we will have here or there the ability to put the camera here. Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if it makes sense to put the camera here, because it'll be sort of more out of the way. This is how we're gonna position it. So you peel off this 3M, place it here, press it up, and then you can adjust it. There's a sticker here, this side up, we get it, and we are done. Look at this. Look how clean of an install it is. You've got this OEM camera, that's for your digital rear view mirror and all that stuff. You close it, it is right there. You can't really see it, but it pokes through the glass. If you open up the glass, it's not affected at all. Seems to be pretty aligned. We're gonna review the footage a little later, but it seems to be pretty aligned in the back. All the cables are managed. This is exactly what we're looking for. Nice and clean install. And let's take a look at what it looks like on the inside. So when you open up the trunk, you've got some tools here, but you can't really tell that there's an extra dash cam here. Yes, you can see maybe an inch of that cable here and the actual camera, but aside from that, nothing is really obstructing the opening of your trunk, which means you can load it up and not worry about hitting anything. On the inside, obviously nothing is very visibly noticeable, except we just have to adjust my radar detector. So we've got this done. You've got your new dash cam that's installed here. Everything is wired properly. You can't even tell that anything's been wired, and that's exactly what we needed to do. Anyways, I hope this video was somewhat helpful if you're trying to hardwire a dash cam onto your Land Cruiser 250. Again, the method that I showed you in the beginning works on any dash cams, not just the one that I did here. But the fit cam that I installed here, it fits very much OEM. You can barely see it, and I kind of like not having anything on the glass. I mounted my radar detector here, so this is exactly the solution I was looking for. If you have any questions or comments about this video, leave them down below. I'll answer every single one of them. Everything that I used, I will link in the video description. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye.